What's going on, guys? Today I have a quick review of the Donner MT-1 portable battery-powered PA system. The MT-1 has two inputs. One only works with microphone level signals. The other one will work with a mic or a guitar or another line level instrument, higher impedance. It's got separate volume knob and EQ with low, medium, high adjustments, as well as the effects send. The options we have for effects are just a reverb and an echo, which is what they call the delay. The reverb, it's passable. I'll play some samples. This is the reverb turned up all the way. It's a pretty long effect. If you turn it down like that, then if you're using something like that, you can't change the length of the reverb, but you can change the level. Not bad at all. If you're throwing this on a horn or a keyboard or something like that, just to give it a little bit of something, make it less dry, not bad. The echo or delay effect has no adjustments for speed. It's just either on or off. Echo setting. There's no way to change the time. That's pretty fast. Delay setting. And then there's a mixture EQ, echo and reverb. Echo and reverb. Very spacey. So, missed opportunity there. I don't think the delay is as useful as the reverb, which, if you're running a keyboard or something through this, just having some little usable reverb setting is really nice. Then, otherwise, there are a level for Bluetooth. So you can have, for example, if you're a busker, Bluetooth, an instrument, and a mic going through this all at once, like for a backing track or something on the Bluetooth. Now, I will say the feedback suppression seems to work pretty well. There's options for that in the menu. The battery power has been really great. You can see this is not plugged in right now, and it's turning on. Battery life has been, as advertised, about 4 to 6 hours, depending on how much sound you're putting through it. Right now it says the battery is full, and I did use this for about an hour for a bass and keyboard amp for a gig that I was playing saxophone on, and it works well. I haven't even used all of the features, which include USB out and in, so you can plug in a USB stick, I believe, and play files off of that, and or record through the OTG output, which is where you can plug this into your phone and basically use it as kind of an audio interface. So it'll record whatever is going in to the mic and the guitar input, for example. So you could record your set onto your phone. Mainly what I have been using this for is to play music on, it's powerful. It's 300 watts. So it gets pretty loud. You can play music on this between sets or something like that. Like house music, if you're providing your own sound setup, and you only need like one loudspeaker is good enough for, let's say, a house party. I've also used it as just a kind of little bit of bass reinforcement. I primarily play jazz, so I'm playing saxophone. I don't really need a mic in a lot of like house party or small club situations, but I brought this so that my bass player could not have to bring an amp, and plugged straight into this, and plenty of volume just to give the upright bass a little bit of something extra. Or you can plug an electric bass into this and it sounds all right. It's not like a big, Fender bass amp, but 300 watts, it gets pretty loud. It has some bass. It does a really good job, I think, at the price point, which is about half of the similar Bose portable busking amp, which we will get into sound quality. The Bose might sound a little better, but this is about half the price and has a lot of the same features otherwise. Build quality. Nice big handle here on top. Makes it very easy to carry. This is not a very heavy amp. I'm going to say it's about 15 pounds, if I'm guessing off just based of feel. That's what it feels like I'm carrying around. I'll put the actual weight on the screen here. This handle is nice. It's not super heavy. Depending on how far you're going, you might want to carry it around on a little rolling cart. or a dolly kind of situation. It's very solid. It's got a lot of feet. It's got the angled base so you can use it as a small monitor. I did use this as a keyboard monitor for the keyboard player at a gig I was doing, where I told him, you don't have to bring an amp. You can plug straight into the PA and I'll give you this as a little monitor. It worked great for that. And I was able to also plug a mic in to use for announcements in that situation. Overall, build quality, very good. I've dragged this up and down steps on a cart. I've kept it in my trunk, driven around with it. No case, and it has survived. It got scraped up. That was on me. But just cosmetic damage on the side corners here. And there's like a sort of plasticky tape over the wood. But the outside box is solid, hard, heavy wood. This is not like a plastic box that's going to fall apart. I could see this lasting many years. In terms of sound quality, it is, with some adjustment, if you get the app for this, the Bluetooth app, it will let you make some adjustments to the levels. And I found that doing like a curve, like a loudness curve, which is lots of treble, lots of bass, and then lower in the middle, it did clean up the voice sound. It made it less muddy in the kind of low mids. And it got it sounding pretty decent. It doesn't come out of the box like that, but that's the built-in app. The EQ lets you make a pretty significant change to the sound, and that helped a lot. I would not compare the sound quality of this to something like a QSC, something that costs a lot more and doesn't run on batteries. This does a job of being portable and being loud and sounding all right. If you are a very demanding keyboard player and you want your Nord stage piano to sound its absolute best, you're going to have to spend more money. But if you just need to get sound, have something portable that can run for many hours on battery, and you're trying to keep it under a certain budget, this would probably be a very good option. I've been using it to play EWI. I've been using it to run my saxophone through some effects pedals, like delay, reverb, distortion, filter effects, and things like that. And it works very well as a basic PA to get loud sound out of pedals, an electric instrument like the EWI, keyboard. It's fantastic as an upright bass amp because you don't need a ton of volume and you're hearing mostly real instrument. You just need to reinforce the volume a little bit. It's been really good for that. So I can say I highly recommend the Donner MT-1 for anyone who needs a entry price level battery powered busking style amp that really does punch above its price point. I have no effect on there. This is just the mic going directly into the PA. Not a bad sound. I'm going to play with the EQ a little bit. Here's taking out some of the bass to get it a little less boomy. I'm going to turn the master volume up a little bit, and that is the sound coming out of the PA. Check, check, check 1, 2, check 1, 2.